What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Kakis, and today we have a brand new Xur Inventory review for the weekend of September 13th to the 16th, and so let's get started. Now, first things first, Xur is going to be in the same place in the tower he always is since his update within the final shape. Alright, let's take a look at what he has. Firstly, for the catalyst, well, we do actually have the Wardcliff Coil catalyst, and then we have the Bad Juju catalyst. Either one is decent. You know, if you like either one of these guns, for sure pick them up, but neither one is going to be absolutely meta changing. After that, for the exotic armor pieces, we do have the Worm Husk here, 63 with really no spikes, kind of okay. I mean, the Worm Husk itself is very good, but the roll is kind of mid. Then we have, if you want the fastest Titan of all time, you can use this max mobility MK44 stand-asides. Other than that, no thank you. Then we have 61 barely spiky Storm Dancers. Not impressed by that. It is going to be an exotic class item weekend, guys, so you can buy as many exotic class items for whatever character you're on as long as you can afford the strange coins, so definitely consider doing that if you can. After that, guys, checking the actual weapons here, well, we have a Hawkmoon with moving target, not an extended barrel. No, thank you on that. After that, we have the Sweet Business. Honestly, guys, with how pumpin' auto rifles are right now, thanks to the seasonal artifact perks, if for whatever reason you don't have a Sweet Business, this thing is crazy. I mean, it just constantly gets ammo back when you shoot this thing when you're using something like the Titan exotic chest piece, and with the seasonal artifact perk that gets ammo back when you're damaging enemies. Yeah, like this thing's gonna be absolutely crazy. Now, moving on from there, guys, we have the Sunshot, one of the best weapons in the entire game. For some reason you don't have it, pick it up. And the Two-Tailed Fox, very interesting rocket launcher here, pretty decent with the catalyst, but yeah, and other than that, none of them are absolutely crazy. Now, in terms of the weapons here, Mulligan Dragonfly on the Death Adder. I mean, Dragonfly is actually really good on the Death Adder, but generally you don't want Mulligan, but yeah, it actually is pretty sick with Dragonfly. Then we have Friction Fire with Subsistence Slideways, no thank you. Lead from Gold Wellspring, the Deicide, no thank you. Zen Moment Dragonfly, Stochastic, no thank you. Threat Detector, Rangefinder, Huscow, no thank you. Well, I mean, okay, so certainly Clown Cartridge is very good on a grenade launcher. Like, Clown Cartridge is actually one of the best perks you can get on a heavy grenade launcher. But Proximity Grenades and Alloy Casing, I mean, Alloy Casing is okay, and Wellspring is really not that good. So unless you're in dire need of an okay heavy grenade launcher, I'd say no. Now, man, so close. Whirlwind Blade is literally god tier with the Crown Spitter. Like, it's amazing. Flash Counter, generally, like, if this had, you know, Relentless plus Whirlwind, it would be crazy good. Flash Counter is interesting. If you can pull this off, you get your own weaken effect, and then you can start absolutely slapping with Whirlwind. I still think overall a Crown Spirit, if you don't have one with Whirlwind Blade, you could definitely consider picking this up. Remember, the old one here that you're seeing is the only one that spawns with Whirlwind. The new craftable one can't get Whirlwind, right? So keep that in mind, guys. Now, moving on from there to the armor. First of all, let's check light.gg for the rarity. So this is an OG set, originally added back in Season 1 of Destiny 2. It was re-added in Season 8, and it is a very common set with just under 47% of Guardians owning this very helmet. Now, let's take a look at the actual rolls here for the... Whoa! For the gauntlets, 66 with a massive resilience spike. Finally, what you want to see on the Titan. Followed up by Discipline. These are great gauntlets. Like, honestly, really, really, really good. A lot of people should be picking these up this weekend. Then we've got... way too much mobility here, but we also do have a big discipline spike, which is great. So just still too much mobility in my opinion. Again with the mobility, and then followed by intellect. Yeah, this is trash. And then 65, not that good. Let's go and check the Warlock. But before we do, guys, I noticed he is selling Adept Nightfall Ciphers. This is a huge deal. This is what you get for beating Grandmaster Nightfalls, and you use them to buy Adept Nightfall weapons from Zavala. So if you're someone who struggles with Grandmasters, buying this for 97 strange coins, this is the equivalent essentially of doing an entire Grandmaster Nightfall in terms of these ciphers. And then you can, just buy these and head to Zavala and get your Adept weapon. Now, I think you still need to beat a Grandmaster in order to purchase the Adept Nightfall weapon from Zavala, but what you can do is buy these, keep them in your inventory, and then when the easiest Grandmaster becomes available, you do that, and then you have enough ciphers to buy that extra Adept weapon. So definitely, guys, for a lot of people, these are a must buy. Like, if you struggle with Grandmasters, 100% consider picking these up for just strange coins. But moving on from there, guys, let's actually check the Warlock. All right, for the Warlock, let's check these gauntlets. 64, a little bit of resilience, nowhere near as good as the Titans, to be honest. Then we've got 62, another resilience spike. Well, these kind of go together pretty well. Then we've got, no way, 64, another okay, so if you want the 100 resilience Warlock, this is your weekend. And then 64, not spiky at all, but that's pretty funny. Now, as for the sword, energy transfer flash counter, no, thank you. Let's check the Hunter. All right, for the Hunter, let's check these gauntlets. 66, not spiky at all. 66, discipline, a little bit of, that's actually not a bad chest piece. Then we've got 64, mobility, discipline, intellect, it's all right. And then lastly, 66, massive recovery spike followed up by discipline. Well, if you want recovery for your Hunter, these are a pretty good pickup. Oh, ignore that. And then for the sword, tireless blade on guard, it's all right. I mean, On Guard is okay with this thing. It's all right. It's all right at best. Guys, definitely the highlight this week by far is Adept Nightfall Ciphers. I believe he's only ever sold this once before. They're very hard to come across for a lot of players, so definitely, guys, consider picking it up. Guys, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickKakis. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.